You give someone your time, your attention, your loyalty, your patience. You show up when they need you. You remember the little things. You make sacrifices, and somehow, they still don't seem to value you. Then one day, you stop. Not because you suddenly stopped caring, not because you wanted revenge. You simply stopped abandoning yourself. You stopped begging to be appreciated. You stopped explaining your worth. You stopped trying to convince someone to see what they had. And something strange happens. The person who once took your presence for granted suddenly notices your absence. But here is where most men make a mistake. They think the goal is to become impossible, to replace, so that someone regrets losing them. That is not the Stoic path. The real goal is to become so grounded in your values that you no longer need anyone's regret to feel valuable, because the strongest form of attraction is not desperation, it is presence without dependence. And today, we're going to explore the psychology behind that transformation. Why do people sometimes appreciate something only after they lose access to it? Why can constant availability reduce appreciation? Why do boundaries change relationship dynamics? And most importantly, how can Stoicism teach you to become valuable without turning love into a competition? Stay until the end, because the final lesson changes the entire meaning of being impossible to replace. Before we begin, if you're serious about Stoicism, attraction psychology, confidence, self-respect, emotional control, and becoming mentally stronger, subscribe to the channel. Every week, we explore psychology, relationships, Stoic philosophy, discipline, and self-mastery to help you build a stronger mind and a better life. If you're ready to stop chasing validation and start building yourself, subscribe now. There is a painful moment many men experience, but rarely talk about. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The pain of being taken for granted. Imagine a man named Ryan. Ryan is always there. When she needs someone to talk to, he answers. When she needs help, he shows up. When she has a bad day, he listens. He remembers her favorite things. He supports her goals. He makes compromises. At first, Ryan believes this is what love means. Give more, care more, sacrifice more. Eventually, she understands how valuable I am. But months pass. Something feels wrong. His effort becomes normal. His sacrifices become expected. His availability becomes assumed. The things that once made him special become part of the background. Ryan begins wondering, why doesn't she appreciate me anymore? The answer isn't necessarily that she is a bad person. Human beings adapt. Something that is constantly available can become psychologically familiar. The excitement of receiving it can fade. This happens with relationships, possessions, opportunities, routines, and even success. But there is an important distinction. You should never intentionally withdraw affection just to create scarcity. That becomes manipulation. Instead, build a life where your attention has value because your time actually matters. You have responsibilities, goals, friends, health, purpose, a future. When you have a meaningful life, your attention becomes intentional rather than desperate. That is the difference. Chapter 2. The man who is always available. Let's imagine two men. Both are interested in the same woman. The first man is available every second. She texts. He responds immediately. She changes plans. He adjusts. She wants to talk at midnight. He's awake. She needs something. He's there. He thinks this proves how much he cares. The second man is also caring, but he has structure. He has work. He trains. He spends time with friends. He has personal goals. If he's available, he gives his attention fully. If he isn't, he responds when he can. He doesn't manufacture distance. He simply has a life. That difference matters, because healthy confidence isn't about being unavailable. It's about being fully present when you are available. The goal isn't to make someone wonder where you are. The goal is to have somewhere meaningful to be. Chapter 3. Stoicism and the value of your time. Marcus Aurelius had enormous responsibilities. He was an emperor. His days were filled with political decisions, military pressure, personal problems, and responsibilities that affected millions of people. Yet Stoicism repeatedly emphasized the importance of using your limited time wisely. That principle applies to modern relationships, Your time is finite. Every hour you spend chasing approval, an hour you cannot spend building your life. Every moment spent trying to convince someone to value you is a moment you could have spent becoming someone you respect. This is not about becoming selfish. It is about becoming intentional. You can care about someone and still protect your time. You can love someone and still have boundaries. You can give generously without giving away your identity. Chapter 4. Why people sometimes notice your value after you leave. Imagine a person who has always had access to your attention. They know you'll answer. They know you'll forgive. They know you'll return. They know you'll keep trying. Then one day, the pattern changes. You don't become cruel. You don't become arrogant. You simply stop participating in something that has become one-sided. Now they experience something different, your absence. This is where psychological contrast can appear. When something familiar disappears, its absence becomes noticeable. Suddenly, they remember the conversations, the support, the consistency, the little things. They may realize that what they considered ordinary was actually valuable. But here's the important part. Their realization is not your responsibility. You don't leave to make them regret losing you. You leave because the relationship no longer aligns with your values. If they later recognize your value, that is their journey. Your journey is becoming stronger. Chapter 5. The Stoic does not need revenge. This is where many men go wrong. They get hurt. Then they want revenge. They want the other person to regret everything. They want to become successful just so they can say, "Look what you lost." That still gives the other person control, because your entire transformation is being built around their reaction. A Stoic asks a different question. What kind of man do I want to become? Not, how can I make her regret leaving? Not, how can I make her jealous? Not, how can I make her chase me? Instead, what does my character require from me? That question is powerful, because your growth becomes independent of anyone else's approval. Chapter 6. Becoming difficult to replace. Now we arrive at the title. What does it actually mean to become impossible to replace? It does not mean becoming the richest man, the most handsome man, the most dominant man. It does not mean making someone dependent on you. It means developing qualities that are genuinely valuable: integrity, reliability, emotional intelligence, discipline, confidence, humor, purpose, kindness, communication, self-respect. These qualities create a person who is difficult to replace because they come from character. Think about the people you genuinely miss. You probably don't miss them because of their clothes or their social media profile. You miss the way they made you feel, their consistency, their loyalty, their presence, their ability to understand you, their character. That is what makes someone memorable. Chapter 7. Stop trying to prove your value. One of the biggest mistakes men make is constantly trying to prove they are valuable. They talk about their achievements. They show their lifestyle. They constantly seek admiration. They try to appear successful. But genuine confidence doesn't need a sales pitch. Imagine a man who constantly says, "I'm confident." Would you believe him? Probably not. Now imagine someone who walks calmly into a room, speaks clearly, keeps his promises, handles criticism without collapsing, treats people with respect, doesn't need to dominate every conversation. You don't need him to announce his confidence. You can see it. That is the difference between performance and character. Don't tell people you're valuable. Become valuable. Chapter 8. The psychology of self-respect. Self-respect changes your behavior. When you respect yourself, you stop accepting everything just because you're afraid of losing someone. You communicate your standards. You notice patterns. You recognize when effort becomes one-sided. You stop negotiating against yourself. And most importantly, you stop confusing suffering with love. Love can require patience. Relationships require compromise. But constant disrespect is not proof of devotion. You don't have to stay in situations that repeatedly destroy your peace. Leaving can be an act of self-respect, not because the other person is your enemy, because you finally decided you matter too. Chapter 9. The most attractive form of confidence. There is a certain type of confidence that doesn't need attention. It doesn't enter a room demanding respect. It doesn't need to be the loudest. It doesn't need to prove dominance. It is simply comfortable. comfortable with silence, comfortable with rejection, comfortable with uncertainty, comfortable being alone. That kind of man can love deeply because he is not terrified of losing himself. He doesn't approach relationships thinking, I need you to complete me. He approaches them thinking, I have built a meaningful life, and I would like to share it with someone who genuinely complements it. That mindset creates freedom. Chapter 10. When she finally realizes. Maybe one day she realizes what she lost. Maybe she doesn't. This is the part you must accept. You cannot control the conclusions someone else reaches about you. You can only control the person you become. If she comes back, evaluate the relationship based on actions, not nostalgia. Has anything actually changed? Is there mutual respect? Is there consistent effort? Is there honest communication? Is the relationship healthy? Don't return simply because someone finally noticed your value. Return only if the relationship itself deserves another chance. And if she never comes back, you still win. Because your transformation was never supposed to be about her. It was about you. Final lesson. Become irreplaceable to yourself. This is the lesson most people miss. You don't need to become impossible to replace for someone else. You need to become impossible to abandon for yourself. Think about that. You can lose a relationship, lose a job, lose money, lose friends, lose opportunities. But if you still have your character, your discipline, your principles, and your ability to rebuild, you have not lost everything. You can begin again. That is Stoic strength. The Stoics understood that external things are temporary. Status changes, relationships change, people change, circumstances change. But your character is something you can continuously develop. So stop asking, how can I make her realize my value? Ask, how can I live in a way that makes me respect myself? That question changes everything. Final message. Maybe she never valued you. Maybe she took you for granted. Maybe she only realized your importance after you were gone. But don't let her realization become the purpose of your life. Build anyway, grow anyway, train anyway, learn anyway, create anyway, become disciplined anyway. Because your greatest achievement will not be making someone regret losing you. Your greatest achievement will be reaching a point where you no longer need their regret. You can remember the relationship without needing it back. You can appreciate the memories without living in them. You can love someone and still choose yourself. That is maturity. That is self-respect. That is Stoicism. And that is what it truly means to become impossible to replace. Not because nobody could ever find someone else, but because you finally became someone you refuse to abandon. If this video gave you a different perspective on attraction, relationships, and Stoicism, subscribe to the channel. Here, we explore psychology, self-improvement, confidence, discipline, relationships, and Stoic philosophy for men who want to become stronger from the inside out. If you found this video valuable, hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And answer this question in the comments. Would you rather have someone realize your value after losing you, or become so secure in yourself that you no longer need their validation? Write your answer below. Remember, don't chase regret. Don't chase validation. Don't chase revenge. Build your character. Build your purpose. Build your discipline. Protect your peace. And become someone you will never abandon. Stay calm. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. And let your life become the proof of your growth.